Had another killer day of sales today. Again, not doing that many hours, so I only had 4 calls scheduled, ended up taking 3, 2 close on the call, and the third I'm pretty certain is going to close. And it was really interesting because today I noticed I was getting really good responses from everybody, like really quickly in the call. Oh, geez, I almost went for a run there. I thought I left the door open. And we're looking after a cat that can't come outside. It's not, we're all good. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, really great responses, like immediately. And I think what it was is that I was super energetic and super passionate, and I made it really obvious. And I was like, hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, tell me all about it. And I was cracking jokes and having a good time. And then when it got serious, I was able to be like, oh, okay, gonna bring it back down now. Yeah, you need this help. All right, and then get back into it, right? And we used to have 2 employees, specifically, who were not very energetic, were specifically nullified, I'd say is the right way to put it. And one of them came to us and said, the fact that I'm not enthusiastic doesn't take away my passion. And we were like, fair, really good point. And you're right, the passion still definitely comes across. But it is much harder for it to be felt. Passion is much harder to be felt without enthusiasm. And so, if you're not an enthusiastic person, and you're looking for a way to increase sales or to increase business, become enthusiastic. Like, it's okay you're not now, but if you want better results, do it. And the pushback we got was, well, I'm not an enthusiastic person. Fine. And you can say mediocre. Or, you're not enthusiastic yet. And there's a set of skills that being enthusiastic you can learn, and people will call you that. So, what is enthusiasm? Enthusiasm is energy. What do I mean by energy? I mean, rather than being, yeah, so, you know, this is what we're doing. Instead, sit forward, sit up, be in an active position, move a little closer, and be like, yeah, smile, move around a bit, increase the volume with which you talk. 1, energy. 2, genuine interest. And again, you mix this with the first one, rather than being laid back and being like, oh, okay, yeah, tell me about that. I'd be like, no way! Tell me more about that. Like, how does it work? Ask specific questions. That shows enthusiasm, shows interest. Be interesting. This one's a bit more vague and a bit harder. But those first 2 points, I reckon if you do those alone, you'll create a lot more enthusiasm, right? And changing your tone, changing your position, changing your energy levels is pretty much all that it's going to take, and you'll see a drastic change in all of your calls, in your business. And the biggest one, which I think this is, if you only want one reason to do it, fine, do it for the business. But the real reason as to why you will continue to do this is you feel a hell of a lot better, because you get that reciprocated from the people you're talking to. It's really hard to stay grouchy or, you know, what's the word I'm trying to think of, cocooned, reserved. It's hard to stay reserved when the person that you're speaking to is really excited about something. And especially as soon as you hit on something that they're excited about, you just crack them and you win. And so I just wanted to share that with you today. And my final takeaway for today is that those 2 employees don't work with us anymore. Great people, but they didn't align with the values that we have, and enthusiasm is one of them. And so if you're not an enthusiastic person, that's fine. Be willing to make that change if it's going to benefit you, and I strongly argue that it will. I can't think of a specific situation where being more enthusiastic is going to make your life worse. And for anyone that says, that's just not me, okay, like, No one was born any type of thing, any type of way. Have you heard of method acting? So there's a fantastic actor, Heath Ledger. Brilliant. Who is he? He played the Joker in The Dark Knight, right? Took on his role so seriously, he ended up committing suicide because of the mania he developed in himself, personifying the Joker. And if you see his other work, like A Knight's Tale, like, he's not that dude at all. And it's really interesting because I've noticed when I role play someone who is shy, timid, unable to make eye contact, it's really easy to fall into that trap of consistently doing that. And yes, your emotions and your past and everything will change how you interact with the world, but also if you change how you interact with the world, it will change how you feel inside. There are so many studies about this. If you're not feeling great, laugh out loud as you can for 30 seconds and tell me you don't feel better, right? So it's fine if you're not that person yet. If you've never seen that yourself to be that person before, that's okay. But you can change. We represent to the world a character that we want to show, and you can change that character. And if you do that enough, eventually the world will say you are that thing. Right, let's go to an extreme example. It's a very quick one. I am not a thief. Great way to put it. I'm not a thief. If you accidentally put something in your pocket that's your friend's and you walk away, does that make you a thief? Oh, probably not. It was an accident. If this happens 100 times, do you reckon people would call you a thief now? I reckon they might. Even if it's an accident. Because your actions define the label that we have. And so you could also use this positively. Like, you've heard fake it till you make it, and I wouldn't recommend that in lots of scenarios, but in terms of how you feel and how you want to be seen, acting that way will make you feel that way. And you can change the way that you act. Your behaviours are choices. So feel free to change them at any time you want. Like, if you want to stop being timid, then stop acting timid. Do the things that someone who is not timid would do. And that's it. I know it sounds way too easy to be true, and it is. But also it's not. So yeah, those are my key takeaways. Don't settle for I'm not an enthusiastic person, because the upsides are really great. And I definitely miss it when I'm having tougher times and I lose that part of myself. It's something I've always taken pride in, of me being the energetic, enthusiastic person. I want to keep that, especially when you see the response that it has in people and the difference it makes in my day and in their day. It's just worth it. So there you go, long rant over for the day, just to remind me when I fall back into that rut. Dude, just give it a go. Bounce on a trampoline. It's hard not to smile when you dance. There's I can't remember is it Top Loader? Dancing in the Moonlight? Fantastic lyric in there. Basically, it's impossible to stay uptight and not have a nice time when you're dancing. Same thing, right? That's it. I'm out. Have a great one. Peace.